Hello and welcome back to the Using Software Applications Packages Formative Assessment. We're now on step 4 here and we're going to create a report based on the USA PEX2 query grouped by position and showing the total and average of the salaries. The report will then be named USA PEX4. Well, if we're going to create a new report, we need to go up here and click Create that report, and the easiest way to do it is to use the report wizard. Okay, we need to make sure we select the correct table or query. Now in here of course it says use USA PEX2, so we'll click on there and it will give us the 4 fields from that query. It says it wants us to use all the fields, so we'll just move them all across and then click next. Now here's where it says do we want any grouping. Well, it says in the actual question on number 4 it does say grouped by position, so we'll select position as our grouping. And that's really all that we need there. On to the next one. It's now getting on to sort order and summary detail. Well, we're being asked to produce the average and total of the salaries. So if we go in here to summary options, there it gives us the sum, which is the total, and average, which is the average of the grouped salaries. We really only want the detail and summary, so we click OK there, and that allows us to then continue. Nothing else to do on this page. Next, it's saying how do we want the layout of our report. Well, I'm just going to suggest that we keep it to the default that it's offering us. We'll not do anything fancy here. There's no real need, but you can, if you want, go back and play with this at some other time. We'll use the standard Office template, and let's see how that works out. Okay. Now it's asking, do we want to, when we get to here, we may as well preview the report. Now what we could do here is we could change the title of the report to what it wants, which is USA PEX4. So we'll just do that now, and that saves us doing it later. But we can do it later, even if we have created it with the wrong name. Click Finish, and we should see the report be generated, and here it appears. I'm just going to maximize this inner window, and I'm going to show you over here. Here's the report, USA PEX4. That little icon shows it as a report, and here's the title of it. If we have a look in here, you'll see that the salary column's got hashes. Well, that really indicates that the information in there is too wide for what's being displayed, and over here we've got the sum and the total for each of the grouped positions. Okay, so we've achieved that. I could improve this by widening that so we can see the salary, and then adding in the pound signs here to make it look a better report. So the first thing that we want to do is, this is the print preview screen. If we close that, it'll take us straight to what they call the design view. Now here's the field which is displaying the salary. I'm just going to click on that there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that out a bit to give it more width and leave it there, and hopefully what we'll see is that we can now see the salaries and not the hashes. If we click up here, we can go back to the print preview, and there we have it, and we now see the salaries in there. Okay, now we now need to deal with this and turn them into pound signs, and that's quite straightforward as well. Up here now we can go back to design view just by going there, and these are the fields for the sum, the average and the total of all the salaries. Now once again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stretch these out, because when I put the pound sign in they'll probably be too small, so I'm just going to drag them out there a little bit. Yep, that looks good. And then I'm going to right click on each. Right click on the first one, select properties, and up here it tells me the format. I've no format, so I'm going to go in there, click there, drop that down and say it's got to be currency. That'll add the pound sign in for me. Because these are large salaries, I'm not going to use any decimal points. Close that once you've done it, and then right click and repeat the same exercise for the next 2 fields. So in here, select currency, say 0 decimal points, and then close it. And finally, for the overall salary, right click, properties, format, again it's currency, and once again we'll select 0, okay, for the number of decimal points. Close that down. Up here, and let's have a look at the report view now to see the output. And there we go, that looks good. Created on the 1st of October, page 1 of 1. Here's our salaries, all grouped by position, and here's the sum, the total in there, and the averages. Okay, this is the interesting one down here, because as you see it has 2 records, so it's the sum of those 2 and the average of those 2. And that's us finished USA PX4, and that's us now finished step 4.